Hello everyone, this is Rini here, and I'm just coming to you to do a quick demonstration of what the whole H2 tag problem is that everyone has been asking about. I've been asked a lot lately about how to resolve that H2 error that if you're using Yaost SEO, and as you can tell, that is what I'm using right here. I use Yaost SEO to help me make sure that my blog is optimum. As you can tell right now, it's not, it's orange. It's supposed to show green. But we're going to start with a very simple example. In my example, I'm going to use the word salads as my keyword. Now, before I get to that, let me explain what an H1, H2, all that means. You can see clearly from here what an H1 tag looks like. H actually stands for heading, and the number next to it would be the size. So in this case, H1 is what this looks like. And as you can see, it is huge. It is, it stands out. And if this is anywhere in your blog post, this size letter or phrase, whatever is in this size, is going to stand out, and the first thing people will see is that. So that's what Google is, and Yaost and all those people are asking for. What is the heading of your blog post? Now, I'm not talking about this heading. I am talking about actually in your post somewhere where your eye is going to be caught the moment your blog opens. So in our case, H2 is going to be this. Now, what H2 and H1 basically is heading sizes, as I explained. But there used to be a time when H2 tags were the most important thing, the second most important thing next to keywords. But a lot has changed since 2009, and H2 tags are not as important as they once were, but they do count towards your overall optimization of your blog post. So we're going to take this post, and I'm going to demonstrate how to change your keyword to add at least one H2 tag in your blog post. Now, what Yoast is looking for is to make sure your keyword is in H2 heading tag. So if you go down and check the error message that we were talking about, this is the error message what everybody's been asking me about, is you have not used your keyword or key phrase in any subheading such as an H2 in your copy. Okay, so that's the one that we're trying to resolve. Now, what is your keyword and key phrase? Obviously, before you start any blog, you always map that out. And in my case, I used salads as my keyword and my key phrase. So now salad is going to appear in my heading. It also appears at least once in my entire blog post. And if I go down, it's going to appear as my focus keyword right here. It also appears in my SEO title, and it also appears under my meta description. So as you can see, there's so many salads out here, and too much salad is never a bad thing, if you ask me. But okay, so going back to our blog post, the whole point of this presentation is to make sure this one line right here looks like this, has this size. Okay, so it's actually very simple, and there are two ways you can do it. Now, if you're not a programmer, if you don't want to go through the back end, then I'm going to show you the really simple way of doing this, okay? But just to avoid any confusion, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so we're going to leave that, and I'm going to delete those words too. Okay, now Google and Yahoo and all those, they don't care really where your keyword and your key phrase is in headlines. It just wants to see it. So you could put it always at the beginning. You can put it your key phrase in the middle, or you can put it all the way at the end. Okay, in my case, I've decided to put it in the middle right here. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to decide to change this line into H2 tags. And it is very simple. All you do is you go down to where it says paragraph, and this is actually a pull down menu. So I'm going to pull it down, and I'm going to choose H2, and that's it. So you just highlight your line. Now it's going to take the whole line, and it's going to convert this whole line into H2 style. So that's what we did. So I just highlighted it, and I went up down to where it said paragraph, and I chose H2. And just like that, you now have an H2 tag. Obviously, you're going to have to save it. So I'm going to do a quick save of my draft. And then you will notice this will change in color at least once. Okay, so it might become yellow in color. and there it is. So now it's yellow. So let's go back and we'll do a quick check and we'll see if that error is still there. Okay, so we do a check and no, the error is actually gone, and now you've been replaced. It has been replaced by this green circle saying that you've actually resolved the error, where it says keyword and keyphrase appears in 1 out of 1 subheadings in the copy. While not a major ranking factor, this is beneficial. And this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where its H2 tag is not as important as it once was. Okay, so we resolved it this way. I showed you the quick and simple way. Now, if you're a programmer, if you'd like to see the back end of it, then I can show you how it is. So if you go down to where it says text, okay, so this is what the programmer sees. When you're typing your blog post, you can actually even program it yourself. So you don't even have to know all the tags. You just type everything the way you want it, but you would put the little tags. And you see this where the programmer puts this in there. So if I was sitting here and actually physically typing H2 instead of choosing it from that drop down menu that I showed, this is what I would be typing. So whenever you have an instruction like this, where there is instructions between the greater than sign and the less than sign, this is instruction for WordPress. It doesn't have anything to do with your blogger or your reader. They won't see this, but WordPress will see it, and it would know that whatever appears after this should be in H2 style, or it should be the size of H2 heading, and it's that simple. So I'm just going to do one more quick save, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when a blogger actually goes to your page to read that blog post. Okay, so let's go to preview post, and it will come up and you'll see the big difference right there. See, right away, this is what catches your eye, and it says right there, this is salads in H2 style. Now I actually personally changed it so that my H2 style not only looks this size, but it also has pink in color. Okay, you don't have to do this. This is just my personal preference, but your page will, your font size will appear exactly as this size is. And that's it. You've already made Google and Yahoo and Bing very happy by putting a very quick H2 tag. So it was that simple. And if you have any questions, obviously, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.